Mobil Sport, the home of motor racing, and one of the highlights this year will be the 94 World Formula One Championship. And unlike last year, the new season, which kicks off with the first Grand Prix at Brazil on Sunday, promises to be very exciting. The 1994 Formula One World Championship season is about to start, and with new rule changes and new teams on the starting grid, this year looks to be one of the most exciting ever. 16 races in 9 months, 14 teams with 34 drivers. From South America to Japan, Canada, Europe and finally to Australia, the F1 circuit covers the globe. And for the first time in a decade, Buenos Aires in Argentina rejoins the Formula One circuit. The last time a race was held there, Nelson Piquet won, driving a Brabham in 1981. For 94, obvious favourites are the Williams-Renault team, featuring former McLaren driver and three-time world champion Ayrton Senna da Silva, otherwise known as Ayrton to his mates, and Damon Hill, a young man on a meteoric rise to the top in only his third year of Formula One racing. Hill is a very talented man, but someone who is determined not to let his teammate carry away all the glory.
I will gauge my success simply in terms of how I managed to, or how often I managed to beat him, if at all.
Now there's some friendly rivalry between the old guard and the new, but Ayrton Senna is wary of some reports that his winning of the 94 World Drivers' Championship is but a formality.
I'm under no illusions that's going to be an easy thing, because it's going to take a lot of effort to get used with a new machine and new people, a new team of team members, and I'm ready to start the work.
But this isn't a one-horse race, and there are plenty of other teams all fighting for that winner's podium. Amongst them, the Benetton Ford V8 team with J.J. Leto and the brilliant Michael Schumacher driving. He has been third in the World Drivers' Championship 4 times, and Schumacher is hungry for success in 94, aware that he has one team to beat, Williams-Renault.
They're still the team everybody has to catch, and I hope we are the team in the second position to give the most pressure to them.
McLaren have had drama leading up to the 94 season, with the Peugeot V10 engines being the driving force for the year. They have been unsuccessful in persuading current World Drivers' Champion Alain Prost to join the very talented Mika Hakkinen. Peugeot have won Le Mans, World Sports Car and the World Rally Champs, so they have the ability and the resources to make McLaren a winner. Scuderia Ferrari are determined to fight back after 3 years without a race win. And for team driver Gerhard Berger, there are some nice compensations for working for the Ferrari Motor Company. I mean, how's this for a company car? Ferrari have designed a revolutionary front suspension mounting, which guarantees a clean airflow from the front wing for the V12 car. They still wish to keep the new design a secret, and for the first time in years, Ferrari have the scent of victory. Other teams include Sabre Mercedes, re-entering Formula One after a break of 40 years. A small-budget, high-tech British entry of Simtech Ford, with Australian David Brabham at the wheel. And Minardi Scuderia Italia, with the joining forces of the 2 Italian companies. And they were responsible for Christian Fittipaldi's spectacular crash last year. A new season and new rules for 94. Banned the computer-controlled active suspension. It's been very expensive technology to run, only being available to a few teams. Now racing will be much closer. Also banned traction control, which prevents the rear wheel spinning under acceleration. Even Damon Hill laments the banning of an obvious driver aid.
Without traction control, that makes it more difficult, easier to make a mistake. Certainly in the wet, it'll be a lot more difficult to drive.
But what has been added to the rule book is refueling, a very important aspect of all motor races. Previously, all the fuel required was calculated out and loaded into the car. An error in calculating the fuel and the car just runs out of gas. But now refueling has been reintroduced, and with it, new strategies have to be thought out and planned for. And with safety being paramount, a specially designed refueling nozzle will be used by all teams. Based on combat aircraft refueling systems, this can pump 120 litres in just 10 seconds. And special hoses carry the fuel inside another, which takes air and flammable vapour away from the car via the single nozzle. And as Eddie Irvine and the Sossel Jordan found out, this means for very fast hit times. And the new rules have the approval of everyone in Formula One, including Tyrrell team boss Ken Tyrrell.
To make Formula One more competitive, to bring the field closer together, to make the difference between the fastest and the slowest cars much closer, and to give us more exciting Grand Prix racing.
And more exciting racing you'll get. It's the best that motorsport has to offer, and the only place to catch it is right here on 3 Sport. So plenty of action there to watch out for with those fast stars of Formula One coming up on Mobile Sports throughout the year.